Everyone's picking sides in the AI wars, but no one is actually pulling ahead. Every funding round and product launch is selling the same story, that one company will pull ahead, lock in the market, and become the next platform monopoly. But look at the timeline of major releases and you start to see how fast a competitive advantage disappears. In 2023, OpenAI ships function calling in June, a meaningful edge, something the others can't do yet. Google takes 6 months to match it, Anthropic takes 10. That's a significant window, almost a year of being the only option for an important developer capability. Then the windows start shrinking. OpenAI ships reasoning models in September 2024. Google matches it in 3 months, Anthropic in 5. Then agent tooling, Claude Code, OpenAI's Agents SDK, Google's ADK. All three land within 6 weeks of each other. Same with flagship models like GPT-5, Gemini 2.5 Pro, and Claude Opus. A capability that bought a year of separation in 2023 buys only a few weeks today. The US frontier labs mostly run closed-weight models, meaning the parameters they were trained on can't be downloaded or run on your own hardware. The assumption for a long time was that the frontier belonged to closed labs. China is where that first broke down. When DeepSeek first dropped in January 2025, not only did it match the capability of US frontier models, but the weights were free to download, meaning any developer could run frontier-level capability on their own hardware for free. And it was built at a fraction of the compute cost of what US labs were spending. And it wasn't a one-off. Qwen from Alibaba, GLM5, Dola Seed, what started as a US-dominated race now has a serious competitor on the other side of the world, and the gap has been closing continuously. This chart here tracks model performance on Chatbot Arena, where millions of users vote head-to-head on which model they prefer, a higher score indicating more prefer that model. The US models still lead, but that margin has gone from substantial to narrow in under 2 years. With the race this close at the top, many developers aren't picking a model and sticking with it, they're routing. Cheap routine tasks might go to a local open-weight model running on their own hardware. More complex problems, or anything that needs the best output possible, go to whichever Frontier Labs model is cheapest that week or best suited for the task. In December 2022, about 80% of companies paying for generative AI used just one vendor. By March 2026, that's down to under 20%. The share using 2 to 5 vendors is now nearly 70%, and the share using 6 to 9 vendors has grown from nearly 0 to around 13%, which raises the question, if everyone's routing between models, is there even a winner to pick? Well, winning assumes there's one thing to be best at, but intelligence is really a jagged frontier. No single model is best at everything. What's more likely than one universal winner is multiple winners, each dominant in a specific vertical, like law, drug discovery, finance, manufacturing. The AI war is actually many races, not just one.